2023 Kia ev6 review. The 2023 Kia ev6 all-electric SUV car boasts a 310-mile range and a new 576 horsepower GT version arriving sometime in 2022. We expect the standard ev6 to start at around $41,000 before incentives. The 2023 Kia ev6 all-electric car, or SUV, if you prefer, enters the second year of its existence, and it's fast becoming one of the main contenders in its class. The ev6 can achieve a range of 310 miles and charge its battery from 10 to 80% in 18 minutes, making it a credible alternative to a Tesla. Like all Kia cars, a new ev6 has a powertrain warranty of 10 years or 100,000 miles, whichever happens first. The battery is covered for the same amount of time and distance. Technology is yet another strong point in the 2023 ev6 electric vehicle. That's what the EV stands for, including how the all-wheel drive system adjusts itself to the conditions, plus 2 large information screens and many standard driver assistance features. 2023 Kia ev6 pricing. We expect the most affordable 2023 ev6, the light trim level with rear-wheel drive and 167 horsepower, to come in at around $41,000, plus a destination charge. The ev6 GT line with all-wheel drive should be closer to $57,000. The 576 horsepower GT is priced above that. A federal tax credit of $7,500 may be possible, plus any state incentives to help offset the initial outlay. The 2023 Kia ev6 is available in all 50 states. In addition, Kia offers 1,000 kWh of free charging, over 3 years, using the Electrify America DC fast charging network that works out to around 3,500 to 4,000 miles. This scheme was in place for last year's model, so it should apply to the 2023 ev6 as well. The closely related Hyundai Ioniq 5 is in a similar financial ballpark to the ev6. As are the Ford Mustang Mach-E, Chevrolet Bolt EUV, Volkswagen ID.4, and the new for 2023 Toyota BZ4X. A single-engine Polestar 2 starts at around $46,000. At its costliest, the ev6 might also be a rival for the Tesla Model Y, currently, pardon the pun, around $63,000, but Tesla has passed a sales threshold that now makes its vehicles ineligible for any federal tax credit. It's the same situation with Chevrolet. Before buying a new ev6, check the kbb.com fair purchase price to see how much others in your area paid for theirs. Electric vehicles, in general, enjoy strong resale values, and we expect this to be especially so for the desirable ev6. Driving the 2023 Kia ev6. Kia quotes a standstill to 60 mph time of 8 seconds for the 167 horsepower light variant. Rear drive wind and GT line models with 225 horsepower can complete that sprint in 7.2 seconds. The same trims with all-wheel drive, 2 electric motors, 320 horsepower, and a muscular 446 lb-ft of torque require only 5.1 seconds. The GT has a remarkable 576 horsepower, a sportier, firmer and lower suspension, and upgraded brakes. It should only need about 3.5 seconds to sprint to 60 miles per hour. These increasingly impressive times are typical of electric vehicles, where the motors can apply their full output almost immediately. No waiting for turbochargers to spool up or for a combustion engine to reach the sweet spot of its power band. The rest of the ev6 has the ability to complement output with composure and poise, while remaining comfortable enough for more mundane driving situations. The steering is precise and nicely weighted, while the brakes feel direct and confident, despite 4 levels of energy regeneration. Placing the battery pack under the floor keeps the center of gravity sweet and low, adding to the feeling of stability. The ev6 is also well balanced, with a weight distribution of 49/51 front to rear. Drivers won't really feel it happening, but the all-wheel drive system in the ev6 will bring the front motor, driving just the front wheels, in and out of operation according to what's needed at the time. Interior comfort. Thanks to a platform designed especially for electric vehicles, the 2023 ev6 has a flat floor and plenty of interior room for a 5-seater. Rear passenger space is maximized by special front seats with a slimmer back than a typical example, made possible by a thin frame of ultralight steel. The rear seats also recline, and split and fold in the time-honored 60/40 fashion. Luggage space is 24.4 cubic feet, expanding to 50.2 cubic feet with both rear seats folded. This is a little disappointing since the Hyundai Ioniq 5 has 27.2/59.3 cubic feet. And both vehicles lose out to the Ford Mustang Mach-E in this regard. The ev6 also has a little storage area under the hood. Things look rosier up front, with dual 12.3-inch screens set into one horizontally oriented unit, curved slightly, and finished with glare-resistant glass. It's a page taken out of the Mercedes-Benz Book of Interior Design. One display provides driver information, the other is a touch screen for the infotainment system. Recycled materials contribute to the fabrics, and Kia used no animal products in the manufacture of the simulated leather seating surfaces. A heat pump is not the most exciting option, but it's one worth having if the budget can extend to at least the wind trim level. It captures heat from the drivetrain and directs it into the cabin and to the battery when required. This enhances battery efficiency. The 14-speaker Meridian sound system that comes with the Wind is a more exciting extra. This is a well-respected name among audiophiles. Meridian setups are also found in Jaguar and Land Rover vehicles. The GT line model has a flat-bottom steering wheel. No doubt there will be one in the top GT version as well, along with sport front seats to hold their occupants firmly in place. Exterior styling. In the pursuit of optimum aerodynamic efficiency, the door handles of the 2023 ev6 are flush with the body. In the two lowest trims, they're pulled out manually. Those in the GT line pop out automatically. In looking at this wind-cheating body shape, potential buyers of a new ev6 electric vehicle will have to decide for themselves whether it's an SUV or a hatchback with a higher than usual ride height. This slightly elevated stance makes room for the floor-mounted battery. Either way, there are plenty of details to delight the eye. Like the various alloy wheel designs and the way the tail light snakes around from one rear fender to the other. The GT line also comes with a powered wide-panel sunroof. The higher the trim level, the more premium paint choices. The priciest is the GT line steel matte gray for $695. Favorite features: 800-volt fast charging. This is pretty much the cutting edge of charging tech. Using a DC fast charger, the 2023 Kia ev6 can go from 10% capacity up to 80%, around 217 miles, in 18 minutes. Vehicle to load, V2L. As well as providing energy for the electric motor, S, in the 2023 ev6, the battery pack also has an outlet to power various appliances and even acts as a backup in the event of a power outage at home. This feature becomes available at the wind trim level. Standard features. Although it would have been super cool to name the first three trim levels Earth, Wind, and Fire, Kia decided to go for Light, Wind, and GT line. But at least this company also makes the soul. The rear drive-only light is loaded with a ton of standard equipment, such as 19-inch alloy wheels, LED exterior lighting, heated front seats, 8-way power-adjustable driver's seat with memory settings, leather-wrapped steering wheel, cloth/simulated leather seating surfaces, two 12.3-inch screens, driver information and infotainment, and automatic temperature control. That infotainment system also includes Apple CarPlay/Android Auto smartphone integration, Wi-Fi, wireless charging, navigation, 4 USB-C ports, and 1 USB-A data port. Driver assistance features in the 2023 ev6 electric vehicle include forward collision warning with automatic emergency braking and pedestrian/cyclist detection, junction turning assistance, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, and front and rear parking sensors, Wind and GT line. Factory options. There aren't many extras offered with the light trim. The main method for acquiring a better equipped 2023 ev6 electric vehicle is to choose a higher trim. For example, the Wind model can come with all-wheel drive, and its standard inventory includes Smart Power Liftgate, the vehicle to load, V2L, function, 8-way power adjustable front passenger seat, heated/ventilated front seats, front parking sensors, and a 14-speaker audio system from Meridian. A few options for the Wind are the heat pump, heated steering wheel, remote parking assistance, 360-degree camera system, and the blind spot view monitor that shows a video feed in the driver's instrument display. The last three of those items are standard in the GT line, which is also eligible for all-wheel drive, 20-inch alloy wheels, heated steering wheel, heat pump, heated outboard rear seats, and suede seat trim. The GT line adds evasive steering assistance, rear automatic emergency braking, a head-up display with augmented reality, upgraded forward collision and adaptive cruise control systems, plus a self-dimming rear-view mirror that's also optional in the two lower trims. The GT has all-wheel drive as standard, as well as by far the most powerful drivetrain of the 2023 ev6 lineup. Engine and transmission. The light version of the 2023 ev6 is the only car in this lineup to use a 58 kilowatt-hour battery pack. It also comes with the least energetic electric motor. But 167 horsepower and 258 lb-ft of torque driving just the rear wheels, plus a maximum range of 232 miles, is respectable nonetheless. Rear drive, RWD, versions of the Wind and GT line models are where the 77.4 kWh battery pack comes in. Both cars have the same drivetrain with a gutsier motor than the Light, developing 225 horsepower and 258 lb-ft of torque. Two electric motors create a particular kind of all-wheel drive, AWD, with one motor per axle. Both the Wind and GT line versions with AWD come with 320 horsepower and 446 lb-ft of torque. The GT also has two electric motors and all-wheel drive, but it develops 567 horsepower and 546 lb-ft of torque. Kia doesn't provide a tow rating for the Light model. The Wind and GT line cars can pull up to 2,300 pounds, but that will affect range. In every variant of the 2023 ev6, energy comes from a lithium-ion polymer battery pack. Charging at home on a 240-volt supply can take about 7 hours. When connected to a DC fast charger, you can upload approximately 217 miles of range in just 18 minutes. The Environmental Protection Agency has a method for calculating miles per gallon equivalent, MPGE, figures for electric vehicles. These numbers are from 2022, but we don't anticipate any changes for 2023. AC synchronous permanent magnet electric motor, Light. 58 kWh battery. 167 horsepower. 258 lb-ft of torque. EPA city/highway fuel economy, 136/100 mpge. EPA estimated range, 232 miles. AC synchronous permanent magnet electric motor, RWD Wind and GT line RWD. 77.4 kWh battery. 225 horsepower. 258 lb-ft of torque. EPA city/highway fuel economy, 134/101 mpge. EPA estimated range, 310 miles. Dual AC synchronous permanent magnet electric motors, AWD Wind and GT line. 77.4 kWh battery. 320 total horsepower. 446 lb-ft of total torque. EPA city/highway fuel economy, 116/94 mpge. EPA estimated range, 274 miles, AWD. Dual AC synchronous permanent magnet electric motors, GT AWD. 77.4 kWh battery. 576 total horsepower. 546 lb-ft of total torque. EPA city/highway fuel economy, N/A. EPA estimated range, approximately 200 miles.